Rip N Riff. Welcome into another episode of R&R here on BSN and Fantasy Alarm. I'm Adam Bernard, and with me, as always, to my right or to my left, from my perspective, Mr. Jared Moore on Twitter. How are we doing this week, Jared?
One of these weeks, I'm going to get that right, where I point in the right direction and it's actually accurate. But again, this week will not be that week.
Well, hey, you know what? It's not a special enough week. It will be, though, one day. Just keep at it, you know?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's good. We're back to normal here after a Halloween edition where I had some nice cards ruined by being stuck together. We opened up a lot, went through a lot of, went down memory lane with some movie cards, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Ghostbusters 2, Beetlejuice. It was fun, but it's good to get back to just the plain old regular, cracking open a few packs of cards and talking about what comes out.
Yes, I love it. So what do you have for us on this fine Saturday morning?
On this lovely Saturday, I decided we haven't really been paying a lot of attention to baseball lately the last few weeks with the basketball extravaganza, the hockey extravaganza, Halloween. So we're going to go with some 1996 Topps Series 2 Major League Baseball, randomly inserted Mickey Mantle's finest and finest refractor profiles, also a Mickey Mantle sweepstakes entry card. So we'll see if we get that. And then I'll be in the two-hole today going with 2 packs, and I figured it's time to go cup chasing again. So we'll get a pack of 1990 Pro set out and hope we get a reflective Stanley Cup hologram in there.
I like that. Now, just a quick question with the Mickey Mantle thing. What is the sweepstakes there? Because that's a 1996 pack, so that came out the year after he passed away. So I would guess it's for some autographed memorabilia where the offer is long expired.
You know, it says on the bottom, when an original Mickey Mantle card, see back for details. And then when I see the back for details, its odds of reaching an entry card in this wax pack are 1 in 108. For a chance to receive an entry card at the same odds, send a postcard. So we have a 1 out of every 108 packs here. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Very nice. So I will have packs from this 2021 Skybox Metal Universe Champions card featuring retired legends, active superstars, and up-and-coming phenoms. Yes, I can read, as I just illustrated there. We got 5 packs in the box, 7 cards per pack, and this is the first pack that the first box we're going to open where I legit have no idea what we're going to get, because you got Michael Jordan here on the cover, and then on the side panel you got Tiger Woods, and it says collect autographs from some of the world's greatest athletes, look for Skybox premium gold auto cards, and yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of mix we get in a box like this.
So I mean, are we worried that, you know, like you got Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods on the box, but then we're gonna open up and it's gonna be like Eddie Jones and like Craig Stradler? Like, is that what we're concerned about here?
I mean your Craig Stadler mileage may vary, but sure.
I'll admit, when you sent me the picture of the box, I'm like, I'm very intrigued by this. I feel like this is something that could either be really awesome or it could end up being like my World Football League pack. We'll see.
All right, so I think I should let you go first today since you have the double pack. But before I do that, I'm actually going to go first. We're going to start a little segment on the show called I Love Lucy. The one random loose card that I decided to buy on eBay this week, and hence the term Lucy. I love Lucy. I love these loose cards, and you know, today we're going with a rookie Young Guns NHL Luke Hughes card, which I've been tracking for a while. So I'm very glad to see that that series just came out with this year's rookies for the NHL cards, and I was very pleased to see this on eBay. So very quickly snagged this up.
Very nice. A little Luke Hughes. Everybody's expecting him to, you know, be like the straw that stirs the drink behind Dougie Hamilton on the blue line there, maybe run the power play. Have the fantastic Devils jerseys with the word Jersey on them. You know, we
that's my only complaint with this card, is that it's the jersey.
Yeah, that's, you know, we all had fun making fun of that one. You know, I made a meme of I think it was Lindy Ruff wearing a suit that had like tie written on tie and suit written on suit. Yeah, yeah, it was fun. But also, just so you know, I mean, I Love Lucy is a reference, obviously, to one of the more iconic original television programmings. It's also when you sell cigarettes loosely, one by one, illegal pretty much everywhere. But if you go to the right bodega, You could get a cigarette. No.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And no, it's spelled Lucy, Loosey. So there's
Yeah.
no confusion with this TV show that I've just been told of for the very first time. I've never heard of it before.
You've never
Who's
heard?
on
Oh,
this
yeah.
show?
This was Miss Lucille Ball
Never
and
heard of her.
Mr. Desi Arnaz. And then there was I forget who played Fred and Ethel, but yeah, it was like the one of the original TV shows.
Well,
that
it
was the theme.
could have been very popular. It'd still be on today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I mean, what did that come out? 50 years? Jeez, more than that, probably 60, 70 years ago by now. But what do you say we get going with some cards here?
Let's go.
Are we going cup chasing or are we going baseball first?
I think we go cup chase first.
Ooh.
Get that out of the way.
We want the cup! We want the cup! We want the cup!
That's right. We're hunting the 1990 Pro Set 1 of 5,000 Stanley Cup hologram card on Rip N Riff. All right.
I don't want to say out of the way like it's a negative connotation to it because
I get what you mean.
Yeah. Because I'm rooting for you to get it.
That sounded good right there.
It did sound good there. Hopefully the cards aren't laminated stuck together like last week.
So just on initial inspection, I see no hologram, so we will not see a cup today. But you never know if you're going to get some good cards here. We got Steve Duchesne on the LA Kings, solid defenseman there.
Uniform that has not really changed all that much over the last 3 decades.
When your colors are black and silver, black and gray, like you don't really need to change much, like the Raiders. Like it looks good the way it is. Brian Benning, no-name player back then from them, but also that black and gray iconic Kings look from the Gretzky era.
We're off to a solid start with this LA Kings pack.
Let's see, Randy Ladouceur, which I believe I got this card the last time we went cup chasing. So there it is.
We talked about the negative space there with the H with the Hartford Whalers logo. We did not talk about the great mustache there, looking like Hall & Oates.
Yeah, absolutely right. We did not spend enough time on that. Let's key in on that right there. And that is some sweet soup straining right there. That is, that's going to attract the ladies at the bar. You
think he sings Man-Eater at karaoke?
I mean, if with that mustache, you have to. I almost the DJ might be like, "You're up next." I didn't sign up. No, you have to. Look at you. I just assumed. Let's see here. We do go to the Nordiques and former NHL GM Paul Gillis. There he is in the classic Nordique sweater wearing. It looks like, is that a 21 there? No, it's 23. I was going to say it was 21 before Forsberg. But do you really think the NHL ever go back to Quebec? I know people love to say that, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's a pipe dream, right? It's never going to happen. Like, we're not going back to Quebec.
If they expand to 40 teams, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the main reason they haven't gone back yet is because of the lack of, like, corporate sponsors in the market, and the market's just too small.
Correct.
So, I can't, they have, I forget who I was reading. It might have been Pierre LeBrun who was writing about this, but they were talking about NHL expansion. There's only 25 teams in the States, and they want more. They want more teams in like prominent markets in the States. So I think you're going to see a lot more of that. I think you're going to see Atlanta. I think you're going to see Houston, and then
definitely Houston.
There, who knows? Maybe Salt Lake City, depending on whether or not Arizona gets their act together. Maybe Kansas City, because they have the building there. I'd love to see a team in like Milwaukee. I'm surprised Milwaukee's not a bigger hockey hotbed, especially since Wisconsin has a college hockey program. So
they have the Predators affiliate, the AHL Milwaukee Admirals up there. So some of these, like some of those cities, like maybe another one I would throw out there, maybe Portland. They only got the Trailblazers and the Timbers, I believe, in MLS. So that's another mark. I mean, that's the thing. The NHL is going to expand, and the thing that's not helping Quebec either right now either is the poor attendance in Winnipeg, because Gary Bettman's going to point to that and say, well, that's great. If I put a team there, is this what it's going to look like in 10 years after that? That's the reason why the Jets didn't want to rebuild. This is the reason why they hand out those contracts to Mark Scheifele and to Connor Hellebuck. Is they're one of these teams that's like, if we announce we are full on rebuilding, the building's going to be empty, and like lo and behold, like they haven't even done that, and they're having trouble getting fans in there. So time will tell, but we'll see if the NHL ever goes back to Quebecois. Reggie Lemelin, former Bruins goaltender back in the day, also played with other teams, played with Calgary amongst others. We got former NHLer Mike Keane, Bounced around, good hard-nosed winger. I believe he was on
it's not the first time we've gotten Mike Keenan one of these packs either.
Oh, I got another double coming later up for sure, because I know we talked about him last time. Steve Tuttle, no offense, but don't know you. Let's put you down. Scott Mellenby, back in his Flyer days. He was on the Panthers that went to the Cup in '95 that year.
I feel like these were all the players that were in the last pack that we opened.
Some of them
included Scott Mellenby.
Dan Quinn, not the defensive coordinator in the NFL, although if he played, I mean, let's see, is this a defenseman? Oh, he's a center. I was going to say if it was a defenseman, maybe he's a double dip in there, but there's Dan Quinn.
And not to be confused with David Quinn, the former Rangers coach. And who's he coaching
Current
now?
Sharks coach.
Current Sharks coach, that's right.
All right, we have this is an old sweaters, Maple Leaf sweaters work. Gilles Thibodeau, those old Leaf sweaters from the 80s and the late 70s. Plain, nothing special there. Former member of the Russian Five, Sergei Makarov, played in Calgary, and I believe played with the Sharks too. Good Russian winger there. Kelly Miller, good player from the Washington Capitals. Those old Capital sweaters that we all love.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're down. So when they packed these, and they did the same thing last time, the All-Star cards are at the end. Now, I know we talked about this guy last time, Dave Andrzejczyk.
Yep.
Good job with these packs, boys. 2 out of the box, that back-to-back. And then we were up. So we got 2 1990 All-Stars. We got 1 Steve Larmer, back when he played with the Blackhawks, and then he got traded to the Rangers early in their Cup-winning season in '94 in a 3-way trade with Hartford. And then, last but not least, arguably with one of the best GMs in the game right now, Joe Sakic.
I mean, look, it's a fine pack. The problem is we got like almost all of these cards last time we did one of these packs.
At least 3.
So now I'm getting a little concerned.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're trying to chase for a cup here, and we're going to end up with like a children's team mug at this point. Like, not a bad pack, but not a great pack.
All right, let's go a little old school baseball. Mid 90s. This is what 1996. So this is like the heyday of Yankee dynasty. Steroid era is just about to begin. So, in my opinion, there was no better era of baseball than this era right here, like post strikes. So
mid 90s, late 90s. Yeah, that's where baseball was at. One of my favorite baseball video games of all play, Triple Play 2000, was a fantastic game. Had Sammy Sosa on the cover. Let's see if we get a Sosa here.
Shelf here. I mean, that would be a fine pull. I mean, Sammy Sosa is one of the all-time greats, even though now he looks like a vampire.
He looks like it looks like somebody covered him in like bleach powder and he just never took it off.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what the deal is with Sammy, but we still love you, Sammy.
We do. Slamming Sammy there. All right, so some stuck issues, but nothing like that other pack. And we've got a heavy hitter right out of the pack. You could argue he's the second best closer of his era.
Trevor Hoffman.
There you go. Cue the AC/DC Hell's Bells.
One of the great entrances, by the way, in Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh.
So I'm glad you referenced that. But yeah, Trevor Hoffman, one of the all-time greats. I mean, if I were to channel my inner dog right now, never got a save in a big spot, but how dog is when it comes to that sort of thing. But remarkable career. It's a shame that the '98 Padres ran into the Yankees. Otherwise, he'd have his championship.
And Tony Gwynn too, another one that deserved the ring. I mean, you talk to Greg Maddux, who had no problem throwing at anybody. He'll start saying "mother f this, mother f that" when you start talking about Tony Gwynn, because he was the one guy he couldn't solve, and nobody could solve him. Ask any pitcher from that era. Right. Tony always got a hit. Speaking of outfielders, Bernard Gilkey from the Cardinals.
Bernard Gilkey, fun player, former Met. So we remember him from his time in New York.
Yes.
Yeah, fun player. I always I enjoyed the little bit that I saw from him when he was here.
Now, I really like the back layout on these cards.
Yeah, here. That's pretty sharp. I like that.
You get another action shot. You get the description. You get the stat line. You get the vitals. Like the front is very basic, but it still looks good. But the back is really nice there.
I also like well, we'll do it for the next card.
All right. We got Jose Vizcaíno from the New York Mets. So a good little infielder there in his day.
Yeah, very good player, and I like how on the bottom there with the next to the name on the front of the card, it's like another little picture of the player itself. You can't really see it that well there with your autofocus, but it's
Yeah, it's like a little headshot of the player that's like worked into like the name banner. You can see if we could try and get it to focus there a little bit.
yeah,
Now you
I
can
like
kind of
that.
see it.
That is a very nice design for these cards. I like that.
It's subtle, but it pops. But there's Jose Vizcaino, and then a man who once caused Frank Costanza to go into a rage on Seinfeld, Jay Buhner.
Why the hell did you trade Buhner?
He had a rocket for an arm. My people keep saying Ken Phelps. Ken Phelps. You don't know
Poor
what
guy.
he's doing.
Poor guy's probably better known for that now than he was for being Jay Buhner and having a hell of a baseball career.
I got to say, this pack, I hope we don't close weak, but I mean, right now, the hits keep on coming. Now, this is David Wells, but not a team you would picture him with normally. The Cincinnati Reds.
How about that? I forgot he was even on the Reds.
So, yeah, he was on the Blue Jays, Tigers, and then the Reds. Yeah, before he went to the Yankees.
Tigers, Reds. He, obviously went to the Yankees. From there, he went to Toronto because he was in the Clemens trade, and I'm trying to remember who went after that. He was in Boston for like a year, I think, right? And I want to say he pitched for Baltimore as well at one point.
Yeah, he towards the end of his career, he kind of like made his rounds, like with this team, that team, and the other team.
He did come back to the Yankees at one point because he was on the 03 team. He got hurt during the 2003 World Series, which is probably one of the reasons why they didn't win that World Series. Yeah, he did pitch for he was on the Orioles before the Yankees, so that's why I'm thinking Orioles, but also White Sox, Padres, and Dodgers at the end of his career.
Now, these are also, if you remember, the Cincinnati Red uniforms that were sleeveless. They would wear the red T-shirts underneath, but there was, otherwise they were sleeveless pinstripe jerseys. Very nice.
I'll say this as well for David Wells, not exactly known for being, a health nut.
No.
Some people say their body's a temple. He probably treats his body like
cutter.
I was gonna say like the local watering hole, but he pitched till he was 44. So like he pitched for a long time in the big leagues. He was a rookie in 1987.
I would say he's the John Daly of baseball. Like
yeah.
I feel like if you could go out and have a foursome with those two guys, it wouldn't even matter who the fourth person was. Just put me in a golf foursome with those guys.
Yep, and as long as we're only talking about golf or baseball or anything that's not current events, I'd be more than happy to be part of that foursome.
Very crucial point. Now, very good catcher in the 90s, an important part of those Braves teams, Javi Lopez.
Javi Lopez, a fantastic player for a long time. So, this has been a loaded pack so far. We haven't got any rookies yet, which I think is probably the only complaint with this pack. But hopefully, still got a few cards to go here.
Yes, we do. Now, this is a prospects insert, and too bad none of these guys ever amounted to anything. I mean, Jeff D'Amico kind of did, but you got Jeff D'Amico, Marty Jansen, Gary Rath, and Clint Sadowski. So there's your prospects card. A good-looking card for the mid-'90s for an insert.
It's a nice insert card. I don't think I've heard of any of those players.
I feel like I heard of Jeff D'Amico. The rest is a little. I gotta say, this pack, it really, we're gonna get rid of the one. We're gonna just take out the one bad one right now. Greg Colbrin, he's a good utility player. Nice little Marlins uniform there.
I always like the Florida Marlins uniforms there. I can't believe that they played in that football scene for as long as they did, especially in the middle of the summer, because you know how hot it gets in South Florida, especially between April and September. Like if you go to Miami in March, it's like 95 degrees and humid as shit. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know how they played in that stadium. It's always hotter on the field, but there you go. Nice little old throwback Florida Marlins look. Now they're the Miami Marlins. Now we've got 4 cards to go here. Let's start with one of the all-time great stolen base guys, Ricky Henderson there. And that is if you're going to have a Ricky Henderson card, that's the position you should have Ricky Henderson in, is sliding into base there.
That is a fantastic card. I love it.
I love Ricky Henderson. Ricky was ahead of his time, I got to say. Another guy that was very exciting to watch and was fantastic defensively, the Wizard himself, Ozzie Smith.
A Hall of Famer. I mean, like, this pack has been loaded so far.
It's like there's literally like 2 names in here that you're like, everything else is like, oh yeah, that guy was great. Oh yeah, that guy was great.
You kind of wish you had Ozzie Smith while he was mid backflip, though.
Yeah, like, it looks like he's about to take. It looks like he's like trying to tempt the pitcher to throw a pick off there. It looks like he's like getting ready to go.
Yeah, he's taking a lead off second base or something in that shot.
Now the last 2 cards are from the Star Power Insert series, and again, just the names keep coming. Here he is, Moose Mike Messina.
Hall of Famer. I mean, this is incredible right here.
All right, you want another Hall of Famer to close the pack, Jared? Is that what you want? You want another Hall of Famer?
Sure, let's just do Hall of Famers. We go big.
Kirby
here.
Puckett, all right? Kirby Puckett, Star Power.
Well, I mean, this has been an incredible pack. I mean, good call by you doing this one. So I really enjoyed all of those.
I got to be honest, this might be a top 3 pack we've ever opened on Rip and Riff because it was just consistent. Puckett, Messina, Ozzie Smith, Ricky Henderson, all right, Colburn on the prospect card, whatever. Javi Lopez, David Wells, Jay Buhner, Jose Vizcaíno, Bernard Gilkey, Trevor Hoffman. That's a pack of cards right there.
You could build a pretty good baseball team just out of that pack.
Yeah. Maybe Mr. Burns really should have opened this pack, and then maybe he would have had some more success. I mean, they did win, but maybe they wouldn't have all disappeared except for Daryl.
100%. All right, so I'm excited to get to this. Let's get to our first pack here with this Skybox.
This is the main event, folks.
Metal Universe. Oh, don't say that because now you're really hyping it up. But I mean, we got 5 packs in this box. We'll at least open a few. We'll kind of see what we got going on here, and I can already tell this pack's going to be a bit of a pain in the neck to open. So I got to bust out the old.
Glad it happened to you finally, because it always happens to me. So glad you had to like go to the pocket knife.
Thank you. Really strong encouragement there.
You're welcome.
So, all right. So these first 2, I've never heard of any of these people. So
here we go.
Although the one card is very nice on the eyes, and you'll see in about a second. But we're gonna start with Mr. or Miss. I can't really tell. Jess Lockwood, Rodeo Star.
All right. I think that's a dude. Yeah, but I mean, I actually met a PBR guy once at one of the old BSN remotes not too long ago. It's a whole other world out there.
It seems like it'd be a fun event to attend in person.
I would absolutely go to one of those for sure. For the experience.
The one that's nice on the eyes here, Miss Vanessa Hansen, professional model.
So we've included models into this box. Wow, we've really run. We're wide here, but yeah, that one's a good one. That's easy on the eyes. Yeah,
let's see what the back of this card looks like. So, yeah, she's known for her modeling work with GQ, Cosmopolitan, and Jaguar. She became a ring girl for mixed martial arts after winning a guest spot during a competition from Orange County, California. So that's what the back of the card looks like. So I guess she worked for USC for a little bit as one of their ring girls.
Well, there you go. You want a penny sleeve for that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Next, this is a player you've definitely heard of. It's one of their specialty inserts here. Fresh Foundation Devontae Smith card.
Okay, there we go. All right, now we're getting somebody. That's somebody right there.
I wonder what the
Fresh Foundation is.
Yeah, Heisman Trophy winner, on one of the best offenses in the NFL. Kind of wish that AJ Brown didn't squeaky wheel gets the grease his way into such a big role in the offense a few weeks ago, because I feel like that's been coming at Devontae's expense. And I have Devontae in our Dynasty League, so I'm not too thrilled about that. But
I have AJ in another league, so I'm thrilled about it.
But it's a cool card to get otherwise. All right, so this one's interesting. This is a metallized card. This is not a legend, but this is somebody who should be a future NHL star. Shane Wright.
Wow. Okay, so we got a little Shane Wright in there. All right, we're getting better now as we open the pack up and go along.
Now this is one of those packs where it does bum me out that it's just like a blank jersey. They don't have the rights to
don't have the rights.
The logos or whatnot. I'm guessing this is his Kingston jersey from when he was in the OHL, and they just photoshopped out the logo. But interesting card to pull there in this pack.
I'll say this: at least the photoshopped area, if you were going to go get it autographed, that gives you a nice spot right in the middle of the card for him to sign. That is the one perk of that, even though it doesn't look great.
We have another metallized card here. Isaiah Todd, Basketball player. I don't know much about Mr. Todd here. I don't know whether or not he's in college or if he's a recent NBA draft pick, but
he was what is an American basketball. He played for the Wizards in the NBA. I don't know if he's still in the league anymore. It doesn't seem that way according to his Wikipedia page, but he might be.
He might have flushed out of the league by now. Adley Rutschman, one of the biggest stars in Major League Baseball.
Now that's
his card.
That's metallized. All right, so I was a little worried at the first two cards, but now we're humming.
Yeah, so nice. Get one of the best young catchers in Major League Baseball. I guess this is a similar look to where do you go to college? Oregon State, I want to say.
Yeah, he's So it's the Beavers.
So Beavers. Very similar uniform there. And we finish with a ladies golfer, Ms. Lexi Thompson.
There we go.
Who I've at least heard of. So I'm assuming she's one of the best women's golfers in the world.
Looks like she's hoping she gets on the green with that shot and waiting to find out. So good pack there. And we got how many more are we going to do out of this box? I'm excited.
Well, we got 4 more packs to go in this box. I figure we could do at least 2 more, and then we kind of go from there. We see where we are in time.
All right, so Adley Rutschman, Shane Wright, Devonta Smith, Fresh Foundation, which sounds like the Subway Rewards Program, Fresh Foundation.
Yes.
It's like the Burger King Kids Club, but for Subway.
100%. Another basketball player here. We get Josh Giddey, who, I believe he was just drafted. I believe he's about to start his rookie season in the NBA. You can look that up while I.
Fancy, where are you? We need you. Yeah, Josh Giddey. He's playing currently. Looks like with the Thunder. He's a 3rd year in the league coming up.
Metallized card here. Soccer player that I've never heard of, Mr. Ansu Fati.
So I'm not a big soccer guy. Can't say I've heard that name, but that's a nice looking card.
Well, he's a very young man because he made his debut when he was 16 years old, and that was 4 years ago. So playing for Barcelona. So he must be 20 years old now. Otherwise, I'm really bad at math. Now we got a legend here. Trying to read what this says behind it. I can't really see what it says. It looks like it says Arkwell behind it. It's a Tiger Woods card. So it's Tiger. Don't want to bury the lead there. It's cool as hell to get a Tiger Woods card, but
yeah,
I can't really read what this is. It looks like it says Arkwell and then Weld, right?
Yeah. What the Arc? ARCW Arc
WELD, right?
Arc wide? I don't know.
I think it's Arc Weld. Yeah, it's Arc Weld because you can see it
Weld?
on the back of the card as well. It says Weld.
Okay. The Arc Weld series. There we go. Arc welding is a welding process used to join metal to metal by using. It's just welding.
Well, obviously, who's never heard of that? Yeah. Tony Finau, another professional golfer, very clean, very 90s look to the card, but I really dig this card. Nice action shot there.
I also enjoy like the colors that come off the reflective there. It's a nice mix. It's a very nice looking card.
I like that.
Gold inlay in the middle.
Let's see. Franz Wagner, the basketball player who played at Michigan, I want to say, and I'm not sure what NBA team he's on now. I want to say Orlando, but I'm not.
Let's see. Yes, very good for Orlando's Magic forward. Franz Wagner.
All right, this next card is numbered. So here we go. It's a very nice card. Unfortunately, the player is not very exciting. It's the player is Trey Sermon, the former Ohio State running back, and a former member of one of my dynasty teams. I spent a 1st-round pick on him when he was with the Niners, and then because he was a 2nd or 3rd round pick out of Ohio State for the Niners, and then they decided, no, we like Elijah Mitchell better.
And then that was that.
And then they traded for Christian McCaffrey, and now Elijah Mitchell is the new Trey Sermon. So it is what it is. This one is numbered number 101 to 299. So
there we go.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in you, Trey Sermon, but unfortunately, it's not quite looking good for your pro career. Now that you're
especially with Jonathan Taylor being back in the mix in Indy. So,
yep. And last but not least from this pack, a surfing star, Tatiana Weston Webb.
Okay, don't know much about the surfing world, but there we go. I'll be in Hawaii in January on the North Shore. I'm sure I'll get to watch people surf.
It says on the back, stance goofy. So I guess that's a thing in surfing. You gotta have a stance that's the same as
Yeah,
a fake
yeah. I guess you could
cartoon
bat
dog.
lefty or righty. I know on skateboards, like I think it's fakey if you go the other way, like if something like that. I'm aging myself here.
You're not actually explaining this, are you? I was just making a Disney joke.
Oh no, I was trying to, but
All right, so we got
pack
another
number
one.
3.
Pack number 3.
We got a good pack in that previous one. I like the first pack better, but
Yep, I'm hoping to get an autograph here. I don't want to say I don't care who it is because I say that and it'll be somebody where it's like, why do I have this? But let's see. All right, start out with another golfer, one of the best golfers in the world, Mr. Colin Morikawa.
there we go. All right, now we're heating up a little bit here. We're heating up.
Yeah, so very thrilled about that one. I have no idea how to pronounce this young lady's last name, and I am not going to attempt it because she could probably kick my ass. But from the world of MMA, Joanna Jers something. I don't know.
We'll say Joanna J.
Joanna J. There you go.
There we go.
So
yeah, that's not a lady I want to. Not that I'm in the business of hitting women, but that is not one I'm going to start with right there.
No, I'm very much afraid of her. From the world of beach volleyball, Melissa Humana Paredes.
Good job on the pronunciation there.
Thank you. Well, I knew someone who was named Paredes, so
it's a nice shot there.
Yeah, Melissa's nice, easy name to remember. So there you go. There. Okay, I almost read this wrong. I read the back of the card. This is Jalen Johnson basketball card, but on the front of the card, you could barely see that J with how it's positioned with the shorts. So it said Alan Johnson, and it threw me off there for a second. But
who the hell is Alan Johnson?
And why is his first name lowercase?
Isn't that my mechanic?
No, Alan Johnson, country music star. He probably wrote a song about.
Isn't that Alan Jackson?
Well, no. This is Alan Johnson. So this isn't your typical country song about flying the flag and cold beer on a Friday night and getting in your pickup truck. It's the classy stuff. One of the biggest tennis stars in the world, Naomi Osaka.
There we go. It's the first tennis from the pack there. They really do run the gamut of all sports. They have models, tennis, surfing, MMA.
Yep, we got another Subway sponsor here, Fresh Formation. It's Adley Rutschman once again.
So he's going to get a Subway footlong for free because he's in the Fresh Foundation.
Yeah, good for him. Secure the bag. That's what I always recommend. And then last card from this pack, Mojave King, who is a basketball player. I don't know who he plays for. He plays for, I think, the Australian national team.
Mojave King?
Yes.
See. Yeah, New Zealand professional basketball player for the Indiana Pacers. Okay, there we go.
Oh, so he does play in the NBA. All right,
Yes.
So there we go. This is where we need to bring like John and Pemba back to our Fensterman to yell at me about oh, this guy's going to have a good year because blah, 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 blah. And I have no idea who the hell we're talking about.
We really do need a phone a friend on this show.
We have lifelines. All right. So I'm going to skip the one that's not very interesting because we're going to go right to the very interesting one here.
There we go.
We have LeBron James.
All right. Now, there we go.
Yeah. So we get a nice little piece of the king here.
There you go. Gotta get a little LeBron. How many more years do you think he's got left in the NBA?
2 or 3. He's going to try to play with Bronny. So as long as Bronny's good enough to make an NBA roster, but it almost doesn't even matter if Bronny's good enough to make an NBA roster. Like LeBron's probably going to will that into existence. And like, it's not like he's playing for a nothing school. He's going to play for USC. So like, health permitting and whatnot. So, well, hopefully it works out for him.
Nice. You got a LeBron James there.
Red Gerard, snowboarding card. Nice Nice little
action shot there.
yeah, nice action shot, nice little variant card here. And then I've been kind of glossing over it, but there's a little box of information on like all these cards, basically like right there where you can read
Nice.
a little bit about whoever is.
This is actually a pretty cool set. Where'd you get this box from?
This would be our friends on eBay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, who have never steered us wrong. We go back to the world of golf. Matthew Wolf, who I want to say was on Party of Five, but I don't think that's accurate. I think I'm mixing him up with someone else named Wolf. Or Matthew.
No. Wait, hold on. Matthew Wolf has also got an IMDb page. Let's see if this is the person you're thinking of.
Well, it's obviously not the same person, but it actually might be Matthew Wolf, who was like the lead on Party of Five.
This Matthew Wolf was in the movie Short Circuit, so there you go. Love that movie.
But was he on Party of Five?
It doesn't see the actor, additional crew. Yeah, no, I do not see Party of Five on.
Well, while you're doing that, we Justin Fields got some of that Subway money with the Fresh Foundation.
There we go. Apparently, this is a Fresh Foundation box.
Isaiah Todd, who is a basketball player. I don't know anything about him other than he's from Baltimore, Maryland, because it says on the back of the card.
Did we already get an Isaiah Todd card?
I feel like we probably did. So
it's our first double of the box.
Well, it is what it is. Josh Christopher, another basketball player, went to Arizona State. So
it's a cool mid dunk shot there.
Yep, him going up for the dunk. I also just love the background of these cards. Like this one kind of has like almost like a cosmic vibe kind of going to it.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess it makes sense for the quote unquote metal universe. And then finish this pack up with a golfer with a fantastic hat here, Mr. Zheng Du.
Another nice job on the pronunciation, but yeah, you got to keep the sun out on those wide open courses. You don't want to get burned. That's a good hat to wear while you're golfing.
That's
making
a fantastic hat. Yep. So I mean, we got one pack left. We may as well just knock it out.
Yeah,
we'll knock it out. Then we'll do the mystery slab, and then we'll do
starting lineup, and we'll get you on your way on the Saturday afternoon or morning, depending upon where you're watching.
Yeah, no point in me saving the one pack for later. Plus, this might be the autograph.
This could be it. This could be the one.
So, let us see what we have here. It looks like we have a repeat here because I see Tony Finau mid swing. So
there we go.
A little bit of a repeat there, but
I think it's a repeat, but the card looks different because the one
it's a different card, but yeah. But nothing against Tony Finau. He's a solid player. Another repeat player, Justin Fields, but this is him more of a action shot. Him dropping back to go for a pass and not complete it to anybody because the Bears are awful.
They're pretty bad.
Couple more Fresh Foundation cards here. Jonathan Kuminga from the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it's going to be like a whole team of like Subway Club people soon here. Fresh Foundation.
Yep, and one of your guys who will probably be the spokesman of said team, Mr. Zach Wilson.
Wow, there we go, Mr. Zach Wilson.
Yep, the MILF hunter himself. Good for him.
You know, listen, ever since Donna Kelsey came to his game, he's been playing much better. So maybe he just needed the motivation of the right mom to come watch him. That's all he needed.
Another metalized card here, Roberto Campos.
Okay.
Don't know much of him other than he's a baseball player. I guess he's in the Tigers organization.
Yeah.
So that's what it says in the back of the card. And one of the longest hitters in golf, Bryson DeChambeau.
There you go. This is a golf-heavy pack, but you're getting some good golfers here.
Yep. And last but not least, we're going to finish this one up with a wrapper, which I was not anticipating, but we're going to finish this one up with Riff Raff.
Well, then, that's certainly a nice way to close the pack there. That was unexpected. It's a cool shot of Riff Raff.
Yep. Couldn't name any of his songs, but he looks like he spends a lot of time in the gym, and he will dunk on your ass. So
he will definitely throw down on you. He's going to drive the lane, and he's going to slam it home.
So only one Tiger Woods card there, no Michael Jordan, and no autograph. But overall, I'm very satisfied with that box.
You got LeBron, you got Shane Wright, you got Devonta Smith, you got like half of the Fresh Foundation group. So, I mean, I have no idea how many are in that set, but you probably got at least a third of them.
Yes. So that was a fun one. Are you ready for a mystery slab, my friend?
I'm always ready for a mystery slab. I love the mystery slab.
All right. So for those playing at home, the mystery slab we are trying to get is one of these, but particularly the Kevin Garnett one. We would also take Kirk Cousins and be happy with that, especially after a nice win on Monday Night Football a couple weeks ago. But without further ado, let's see what we have. This might just be more Sam Darnold excess stock. And
So far we have Sam Darnold USC and Sam Darnold Jets. So we just
Sam
need
Darnold Jets. Last week we got the Jordan Love rookie card, which was a very exciting pull.
best
And
slab
then
of the season.
Also got a Desmond Bain rookie card and a LaMelo Ball something or other. So we are going to Major League Baseball. We are going to a 2022 Bowman Chrome Prospects. That year can't be right because this is a Max Muncy card. But Max Muncy's on the Dodgers. This isn't a rookie card. So unless this is another Max Muncy that I've never heard of.
But he started with the A's.
Is there another one that's on the A's right now?
No, the Max Muncy that we were just referring to, he started with the A's in 2015. He played 2 years there.
All right, well, let me read the back of the card real quick, and then I'll show it off here. Number 52 prospect in 2021 MLB draft. So there must be another Max Muncy.
Yeah.
Who's if you search like top Oakland A's prospects, he's got to be on the list somewhere, would be my guess. So it's an interesting card to pull here. It's just a little confusion because it's not the Max Muncy that we are thinking of.
Correct.
That was also once a member of the Oakland A's.
Yeah, so he is an A's prospect. Or how long that lasts as an A's prospect in Oakland. We'll see how that lasts. But yeah, and so what series is that?
This is the 2022 Bowman Chrome Prospects.
2022 Bowman
back of the card, so the audience can see that.
All right, let's see what Olibe's got it up for right now. So it looks like you get your money's back there. It's about what you paid. Is that autographed or no?
I wish it were, but unfortunately it is not. And this also looks nothing like the other Max Muncy, who is a big boy. This kid is a skinny little twig who hopes to play shortstop, but you never know with Major League Baseball prospects. They draft a lot of shortstops and they want to moving almost all of them off the position when it turns out they can't play. So we'll see. But a nice little prospect card. Hopefully it turns out to be a pretty good player. So we'll put this one away for now and we'll check back in on it in a few years.
We'll put that in the hold slate, the hold bin. Not to sell, not to keep. It's in purgatory.
Yep. All right, starting lineup time. Let's go. I'm excited to play a little I don't want to say trivia, but a little guessing game here.
You do a good job with the guessing game. You hit on these guys pretty often, you do a good job. So let's start with the basketball. He was a guy that played on a few different teams in the league. He is a SiriusXM alumni, weekly show host, basketball player. Currently a coach in college basketball. I will not give the program away. Our baseball player is playing for one of the teams.
I think I know who the basketball player is, but you may continue.
The baseball player is a pitcher that pitched on one of the teams that is in the World Series, from the state of Texas. Our hockey player is a all-time franchise great for one of the Florida franchises, and I have to phrase it that way because otherwise it narrows it down too much.
Okay.
And then last but not least is a mobile quarterback from the late 80s, early 90s that was ahead of his time, but was still very productive and is wearing a very nice jersey there.
All right. I have a guess on the football player. I definitely have a guess on the basketball player. I could make a guess on the hockey player. Baseball, I have no idea. So I'm going to ask a question about the baseball player. Can you give me a couple other teams that this player may have pitched for?
If I do that, you will immediately know it because he pitched for 3 other teams. And he had a very long career.
Yeah, very long career. All right. I'm not going to guess that one just because I honestly have no idea. I'm going to guess the hockey player. We're going to open up the basketball player. So I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to guess the hockey player is John Van Beesbrook. I'm going to guess the football player is Randall Cunningham. And my guess for the basketball player is Jerry Stackhouse.
Okay, so Randall's not coming out today, but correct on him. Your hockey player guess was right church, wrong pew. Vinny LeCavalier. Could have gone Lightning. You went Panthers. Then you want to know the baseball player? Yeah, we're going to show you the baseball player. It's Nolan Ryan. That's why if I had said Angels, Mets, and Astros, that's it. It's done.
Right. I guess I just wasn't thinking Nolan Ryan because of the era, but then you also remember Nolan Ryan pitched for so damn long. He kind of encompasses a lot of different eras.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you were indeed correct, Mr. Jerry Stackhouse. I used to produce his show, Stack's House, weeklies on Thursday nights. Nice guy. And now he's he's the coach at Vanderbilt now, trying to get that program going. Hold on.
Shout out to Bill Lekis, Casa de Lekis.
That was a good show. That was actually a fun show to book guests for. So there's Mr. Jerry Stackhouse on the card. Now the card does not necessarily reflect the position of the starting lineup. It's still a good looking card there. It's his rookie year. And without further ado, let's release Stack from his box. And I won't throw away the card this time like I did with Ray Allen. And there he is, doing what Jerry Stackhouse does best, about to throw a shot up there. Yeah, I mean, he was a hell of a player at North Carolina, Stackhouse. And he had a very good NBA career.
That is a great figure. I like that. And I'm glad I got a couple of them right. So there we go. I'm batting 500 on these guesses. You
get at least one right every week. So I don't know if I need to do a better job of being more discreet in my descriptions or if you're just really honed in. But nonetheless, Mr. Stackhouse is going to join our starting lineup studio audience. We have Mr. Kevin Johnson there from the 1991 NBA series, former mayor of Sacramento as well. Then I decided let's go with the classic double series for Mr. Jake the Snake Plummer with his Arizona State jersey and the Cardinals jersey. Sean Kemp was mentioned, the Cavaliers starting lineup back in the basketball extravaganza. Figured I had to get him in this week. Down on the bottom row, got Andre Dawson from the Cubs. Then you got Matt Sundin from the 96 series. Gordie Howe, who got unboxed last week, the 1995 Timeless Legend series. And then there's Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. in a Reds uniform admiring one of his many home runs. So Mr. Stackhouse is going to join that studio audience next week. Who he's going to be with, though, you're going to have to tune in to find out because, frankly, I don't even know yet. I kind of just decided on the fly, so I don't know who will be there. But it'll be a good group, I promise. Now, before we go, there was a story that Jared wanted me to tell on the air before we get out of here. No, I ended up having to buy a new phone last night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to bring that up.
So,
glad you remembered.
And this is going to be a PSA for the importance of, those screen covers. I was picking up my daughter from school, getting her buckled in. I was a little frazzled. It's been a long few days here. I haven't been sleeping well. Back out, leave the parking lot, and I make the left onto the big Guerneville Road here in Santa Rosa, which is a pretty main thoroughfare. And as I make that left, I hear something kind of hit the ground off the car, and I immediately look down, and I don't see my phone in the cup holder on the seat next to me, and I remembered that I just put it on top of the car, and it stayed there at least for a little bit until I made the turn. By the time I got back in the parking lot, parked, and got out to the street, my phone looked something like this.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Now, this is just the screen guard. So the screen guards do their job. I mean, the phone is totally shot. I'm just letting it die at this point. It might light up randomly because I was still getting texts on it. I couldn't see a damn thing, but it was still working. It still worked. Like, it was still even when they put the new phone on, they would send a test text and both phones would light up. So it's like, yeah, but a lesson learned. Screen guards really do. I mean, it didn't save the phone, but I mean, look at how the screen did not crack because of that. Like on the edges it did, but it mainly held its integrity. So, yeah, don't leave your phone on top of your car and then have to run to the Apple store at 6:15 at night before they close because otherwise, yeah, it was a whole calamity. But yeah, don't put your phone on top of the car.
Unbelievable. All right, hit the music.
Yeah, well, you got to hit the music here and get out of here as soon as I can open it up here. But yeah, we had a fun day here on Rip N Riff. We opened some baseball cards. That pack was still one of the best we've opened. We also opened some. We chased for the cup, didn't get it. It's all right. Still got like another 30-something packs to go. Jared went through his Metal Universe box, and it was a lot of good pulls there from the golf world and beyond. But I'm going to be back with you another episode here on Rip N Riff next week on the Better Sports Network and for Fantasy Alarm. But for Mr. Jared Moore, I'm at Pucking Thoughts, Adam Bernard. Be back with you real soon on R&R.